Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Shane in Kentucky. Okay, Shane, so these are your throttle bodies. I finally got them opened up, and this is what I find. This is what I have found in them. Now, both units, they did indeed was serviced, and you can see new cables here and there. Okay, so new wires, no problems there. Now, both motors, they were also opened up. I can tell by crimps over here that they were opened up, and this is the biggest issue. Now, passenger side unit, driver side unit. So on passenger side unit, this is what happens. I can spin the motor. Okay, I'm spinning the motor nice and free. That's very good. You see there is no imprints on my fingers on the gear. Now, driver side, as you can see, I'm trying to spin the motor, it's stuck, and I can turn the whole throttle body just by trying to turn the gear. And as you can see, imprints on my fingers here, that's how much force I have to apply to actually turn the unit. I'm trying to turn the motor, and it is stuck. It's stuck for good. I'll try to see if I can, as you can see the imprints on my fingers. Obviously this one is turning. The problem with this motor though is it's turning very lightly. It's actually, I don't have that good feel of it. Like, it's supposed to have a little more resistance to it, but it's sort of free. So I don't know what's going on there. This motor is, I can't turn. I'm trying to turn it. So you can see imprints on my fingers. Pretty deep cuts into my skin because I'm trying to break it loose, and it is not breaking loose. This one is nice. So another thing what we're gonna do is, see, I have another throttle body here, another customer's unit. This one is also a V12, and I just did wires and the motor, and it's been spun right now because I did it right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut it down, and I'll take power from this unit, and these are two power leads, and we're going to apply power to your motors. Okay, so let's put power on. You're supposed to get units working at about 5 volts. This is ideal because if units are stuck, if motors are stuck at 5 volts, nothing's going to happen. So let's do the good working motor at 5 volts. Okay, just bear with me because it's one finger, I mean one arm that I have to work with, and holding camera in the other arm. So let's see. 5 volts. Motor is turning. Here's our 5 volts here. 5 volts. Motor is turning. Well, bad connection. Okay, 5 volts on the stock motor, obviously. Nothing is happening. But you can see the spark because the motor is stuck. See the spark in there? Let me shut down the light so you can see spark a little better. So we know for a fact that the motor is stuck. I just want to double proof it. See the sparking going on there? That's only at 5 volts. You give it 12, that's gonna be a bigger spark, but I don't wanna overload my power supply too much. So you see the spark there. And again, going back to good motor, it's turning just fine at 5 volts. So we see that this motor on the driver's side is not good. It's stuck. That's bad news because when motor is stuck, what happens is it usually burns your Egas module, unfortunately, because there is pure short going on, and then Egas module transistors, they just burn out. And sometimes when transistors burn out, ceramic boards go out, and that's the worst, because then transistors, I can find those. I only have one supplier that I can get transistor for Egas, but ceramic boards unfortunately cannot be found anywhere. And those transistors that burn on ceramic board, those are too small, and lettering on them lettering on the transistor, the markings, they do not tell you anything. So the only way is to get another good working Egas module from V12 only and get those ceramic boards replaced altogether. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I don't know what they did on these motors. When I open these motors, I do it my way. I clean them, and I have to do the brushes a certain way to get them done right so they don't fail. But as you can see clearly, we have one motor stuck. And yes, you were right, these units were remanufactured. You got these part numbers over here, remanufactured and whatnot. So yes, they are. I mean, you can clearly see that new wires are installed, motors were opened up. If you look very closely here, you can see that the crimps on the motor right there, they're deformed more. You see some little marks at the edges. They were definitely, see right here, there's another mark right there, like a chisel mark. So I know these were opened up 100%. So but I don't know what happened, what they did with them, and this is just a mystery why it failed. If they did it right, then it should have not failed, but it did fail. So unfortunately, before we proceed with the Egas, I have to make sure that both motors are repaired. So I have to open them up and repair both of them, and hopefully I can still make this motor work, because if it's burned too much, if it's burned very badly, the motor cannot be repaired. And hopefully I can repair it, so I will know when I open it. And then the next thing is to repair Egas, because if this motor is shorted, 99% chance that Egas is burnt up, because Egas activates the motor, and if it sees short, then it just burns up those transistors. The transistors just overload and just burn up. You cannot have motor short like that. So, and that's about all. So these units, I didn't clean them yet, I didn't do much with them. As you can see, they're still original, just the way they came in. There's one that has gasket on it, but I just wanted to give you a quick update on what I see on units. Your Egas module is still in there. As you can see it, this is your Egas module. I haven't even looked at it, but I have very big doubts that this unit survived after such an extreme short. So I'll check it out, I'll plug it into the car and see what's going on. But obviously these are major issues right now, so I'll give you a call later on. We'll talk about it once you see this video, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so this is Victor, RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.